Alrighty, we're out on the patio. It's so nice. Hit at least 81 today. Ah, yes, the weather's great this time of year in March. Yeah, it's great. Late May starts getting really hot. We're going to talk about the Hogue knife. Alishewitz design, CPM 20 CV blade, and it's like a stone tumbled, is what they said on their site, I believe. Interesting. Let me throw some information. I got mine on Indiana Knives because I was looking all over, and they sent me an email, out to everybody, really, just saying, if you're interested, we have some of these in stock. And here you go. It's 3¼ inch blade, stone wash, blue lava, G10, and here you go. Overall length 7.5 inches, 2.3 ounces, clip point blade. There's your thickness. Supposedly your HRC 59 to 61 cryo, heat treated, stone tumbled, hand honed edge, and then I'll get this off of here. But locking mechanism, they're able lock, g-mascus, crotch hat, what kind of texture is that? Ambidextrous right or left hand tip up carry lanyard hole, and there we go. And so I've heard some people saying, you know what, this is the new Bugout beater. So here's my Bugout, and this is in CPM 20 CV as well, and this was a limited edition, so this was like $195, about $200. This one was 140. So, okay, both got G10. Okay, same kind of blade steel. That's good. Let me see what we got here. Open designs on both of them. Ambidextrous thumb studs on both of them. Jimping top of this blade. Jimping here along the top of the scales, but not on the blade. Right or left hand. Tip up, but the Bugout's got deep carry clip, and this one doesn't. Now, I don't know if you can get an aftermarket pocket clip to go deep carry, but that might be interesting. But that blue lava g-mascus G10, that's interesting. And here's your standoffs. These are all number 8 hardware through here, and this is their able lock. So you got basically a very, very similar locking system between the two. So let's have a weigh off and see what that looks like. I've got 2.6 ounces. Of course, I'm sitting on top of a towel here, so I don't know how that affects the scale. I don't think it does. 73.8. 59.5 grams. And 2.1 ounces versus 2.6. 5/10 there. And check that out. But this one's easy to flick open and closed. And guess what? It's fairly slender along here too. Let's get a read. 0.43 of an inch, about 11 millimeters. Let's get blade stock if we could grab a piece here or there. I think that's right there. 2.3 millimeters at 0.92. And this one here, .088, so 2.3 millimeters, really close to the same, 2.27, and overall 10.5 millimeters with 0.41. Wow, I mean, talk about just about right there with everything. Is that amazing? Now, this is a lot more expensive, and this was a limited edition, that kind of thing. But, I mean, you can buy this in a S30V for not a whole lot of money comparatively. I mean, this one will be about 114 or something in the blue, and this one's 140, so I guess they're getting all the money. Got a little protector plate here. Let's look at the deep carry. You got the button head screws there, so that kind of interferes in the depth. Here it doesn't matter, even though they are button head, because you don't have a deep carry clip, so you just got between the scale and the underside of this clip. But yeah, I mean, I'd prefer deep carry, but then not sure. It looks like there's a little bit more clearance here than in the other. Both of them slip into your pocket. I've carried both, so we're good there. This is grippy. There's a lot of grippiness here. Yeah. 3.2, and where's my little measuring tape? Of course, it's under my koozie. And 3 1/4, so not quite 85 millimeter length blade. And jump off the end of my blade there, will you? Not quite 7.5, but close to 7.5 inches, and 19 centimeters. Yeah, a little bit shorter blade, isn't it? Not quite 85 millimeters, about 82. And definitely less than 7.5. And a bit under 19 centimeters. So just a little bit shorter, but you couldn't tell it by holding them up to each other. Both got lanyard holes that'll go through there. Interesting then. Right here, that swings free. Wow, that's pretty nice. This one I haven't had that long, so I haven't done anything to try and adjust the pivot or the tension there, but still. And it takes a little getting used to here, but yeah. It's easy to flick open and close. It's not bad. And you can get this in black as well, so you don't have to get it in this blue lava. Ambidextrous thumb studs. I can get 4 fingers on it. Got a little front choil here. That feels good. Here. Yeah, I can get 4 fingers on it. And it's got a little front choil here. These are really kind of spooky. They're so similar when you talk about everything on them. Wow. So, I think some people might migrate to the Hogue, and some may prefer the Benchmade, especially, okay, so you get this one in S30V. Is it that big of a downgrade from 20CV? And that, of course, all depends on the heat treat. Fit and finish is good on both of these knives. So this feels good. And this has got, that kind of a lock system where, you have a piece of steel that comes around here, and it looks like it probably mounts somewhere back in here. Very similar to the axis lock in that regard. So really light carry, fairly light duty knife. Comes in a box like this. And which end did I open? Like this one. Hogue. And then you get this kind of stuff with it too. Indiana knives, that's where I got mine. They didn't have it available on White Mountain, so I got that. Card. Hogue Knives, their own sticker, and then care and maintenance, that kind of thing. So all that came together in that box. And then you had a zipper pouch as well, just like this. See that? And then the zipper pouch is made in Mexico. I remember because I had a Hogue knife that I sold on eBay, and the guy says, I'm going to return it. It's obviously a fake, because I read on the tag that was made in Mexico. You're selling me some kind of clone. And I'm going, no, that's the pouch. And yes, it's made in Mexico. Check it out. I don't care. Send it back if you want. But no. So, oh well. They're made in the USA other than that. So I don't mind their packaging. It's not real structural, but at least you get a zipper pouch, which is kind of nice. And I mean, I didn't get a zipper pouch with my Benchmade, but it was a little microfiber cloth pouch that it goes into. And their box, obviously, is much more structural, like that. And here's that. There's the little microfiber pouch. And then their paperwork in here. But no, and this is very typical for Benchmade here. Nothing wrong with that. So check with Indiana Knives if you're interested in one of these. I really like this with the blue g-mascus, super light, easy carry, just a tad heavier than the Bugout, and just a skosh longer blade length wise, but not much. And it's sharp. Let's take our own paperwork from the Hogue. Okay, very sharp, right out of the box. I like it. I think you will too. Balance point, not bad, right there. Yeah, I like it a lot. And these are all number 8s, even these pocket clip screws, which are normally number 6s on both knives, are number 8s. Right there. Interesting, huh? I brought this out here, so I thought maybe you'd be interested in taking a peek inside. I know I would be. And woo, where are we going to get to here? Let me take a look around the side of the camera and see where we can get to. I got that one a little bit more locked down than the other screws. We ain't gonna go nowhere till this comes off. I may have to loosen these and take this off. There you go. I do. Okay, so those are those in-between ones. Those are smaller. So these little middle screws, just remember, they're not the same as these others that hold the scale on. And there you go. There's your outer scale with cutaways for everything underneath. And there's your spring. So this will show you pretty much everything you want to see, because if you look in here, you can see the pivot, and the pivot looks to be just bronze washers. But let's confirm that. What the heck? Okay, there's our spring. Okay, there's a spring on that side. But we might be able to push this through. with that if I want to just get lazy enough to where I don't have to do any of this. There you go. Yeah. You can see that. That's just a bronze washer there. There's no bearings. But yeah, that's just bronze washers. Put this back on here. Put this back on here. Right there. Yep, right there. There you go. Then there you go. Pop that back together. Put the pivot on. Okay, there we go. These two little baby dolls are tinies. And we got all the rest of these little renegades to put back on. And so we have this as well. There we go. You know, that lock is a little bit different setup than the Benchmade access lock, but not much. Not much, just kind of where they hang up the end of that spring. Other than that, no. Seems pretty similar. But you like it better than the Bugout? If you do, then that's your new winner. Otherwise, I like them both, actually. So, be what it may. Kind of an interesting shootout here we have between two knives that are extremely popular, and that Deka, it just has a hard time staying in stock. So, give them a shot over at Indiana and see what goes. Nice people. Thank God they had the knife in stock, because I've been wanting to get this and put it on my channel for quite the while. Hogue Deka, you know what we do. We love them knives. You guys, stay sharp.